No, I'm sad actually.
Me
so
too.
I will miss these classes because
Yes.
because you tell us stuff and then you laugh and it's just cool.
uh, okay, so okay, so today I'll let Elizabeth to chant, leading the chant of Heart Sutra. I know she likes to read Heart Sutra, so I'll let her chant today. Guys, I share the screen. What's the time? Oh, we have 2 minutes more. Maybe let's wait for the others if they're joining, like more. And if at the same time, if you have any question, you can ask, please.
I have one.
Okay, go on, please.
Thank you. Yes. When you described to us the way to do the Tonglen meditation, and you said, breathe in all the negativity in the form of a dark cloud. And then you meant to dismantle this negativity, break it down into emptiness. So then does that mean the cloud is made of like little particles and you do like you would do with your body?
Yes, same thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then my other question is the meditation where you focusing on the object and on observing the object or the observer at the same time. And you said it's like looking at the object through glass and you know the glass is there. And I'm lucky if I can visualize the object, never mind the glass.
Go to sky limit. Go with that.
So I don't know what to do. How do you get the glass to be in there?
So as long as you, I mean, yeah, maybe when you do in the beginning, you might find a slightly difficult. I remember one time when I was very young, I think at that time I was around 9 or something. So I had a teacher. So what he did was he draw a shape of egg on the blackboard, and then he led us to see that a drawing for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. So 2 minutes. So at that time we were not looking at the mental image. Really, we are not thinking about it at all. We don't know what is the mental image at that point. I was only 9 years old at that point, 9 or 10, I think. I'm not so sure really. And then after that, he erased that from the blackboard. And then now he said, imagine that the drawing on the blackboard.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely at that point, it's already the memory. It has become our memory. It has become our memory. But we are not talking about looking at your memory right now, but it is kind of similar. Not really memory, but it is reflecting simultaneously, and then you really need to see that at the same time that it is reflecting in your mind, and not as if you are looking at out there.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't visualize it, but at least I've got the idea. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, sure. Okay, so then let's let me share the screen, and then up to you, Elizabeth. Okay, let me make it bigger. Okay, so a little bit. Okay. Is it visible? Okay. I can make it slightly bigger.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay. Good to go.
The heart of the transcendent perfection of wisdom. Homage to the Bhagavati Paramita. Thus have I heard. At one time, the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajar at Vardur Peak Mountain, together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered an absorption on the categories of phenomena called the perception of the profound. At the same time, Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva and Great Being, beheld the practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, saw that the five aggregates are empty of nature. And through the Buddha's power, Venerable Shariputra said to the Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva and Great Being, how should a child of noble family who wishes to practice the profound perfection of wisdom train? This is what he said. The Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva and Great Being, replied to the Venerable Shariputra as follows. O Shariputra, a son of noble family or a daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound perfection of wisdom should regard things in this way, that the five aggregates to be empty of nature. Form is empty. Emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is not other than emptiness. In the same way, sensation, recognition, conditioning factors, and consciousness are emptiness. Therefore, Shariputra, all dharmas are emptiness. They're without characteristics. They are unarisen and unceasing. They're not tainted and not untainted. They're not deficient and not complete. Therefore, Shariputra, in emptiness, there is no form, no sensation, no recognition, no conditioning factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no visible form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no texture, no mental objects. There's no I element up to no mind element, and so far as no mental consciousness element. There's no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, up to no old age and death, no extinction of old age and death. Likewise, there's no suffering, no origin, no sensation, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Shariputra, since bodhisattvas have no attainment, they rely on and abide by the perfection of wisdom. Since their minds are unobscured, they have no fear. They completely transcend error and reach the ultimate nirvana. All the Buddhas throughout the three times fully awaken to unsurpassed, genuine, and complete enlightenment by means of the perfection of wisdom. Therefore, the mantra of perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great insight, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra that equals the unequaled, the mantra that pacifies all suffering, is not false and should thus be understood as true. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is proclaimed as follows. Om Gate Gate Paragate Parasong Gate Bodhi Soha. Shariputra, a bodhisattva and a great being should train in the profound perfection of wisdom in this way. Thereupon, the Blessed One arose from the absorption, commended Avalokitesvara and the bodhisattva and great being. Excellent, excellent indeed, O son of noble family. That is how it is. That is just how it is. One should practice the profound perfection of wisdom just as you've taught, and then even the Tagatas will rejoice. When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Shariputra, the Noble Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva and Great Being, together with a whole assembly and the world of gods, human beings, Asuras, and Gandharvas, rejoiced and praised the speech of the Blessed One. Thus concludes the Mahayana Sutra of the Blessed Mother, the heart of the transcendent perfection of wisdom.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Today for the meditation, we will do the mindfulness of the feeling. So we have 4 mindfulness: body, feeling, mind, and dharma. So we'll try to like do mindfulness of feeling, and it will be also applied to all body. So basically, last time when we were like doing this zooming in meditation, it was more applied to the meditation of body, meditation of mind, and meditation of dharma. I'm telling this because when we zoom in the outer phenomena and then our own body, that is how we do the mindfulness of body meditation in terms of Mahayana's a unique way of doing the body mindfulness of body. So mindfulness of the meditation of the mindfulness of body, although you will see in the other schools such as Vaibhashika, Sautantrika, and especially in the Vaibhashika system, they are slightly different. They talk about in different contexts and different understanding, and it is just because that the 4th school has different views or different like way of understanding the reality. That is why their way of method to practice them for mindfulness is also differ and vary due to their understanding of the view. Okay. And then when we think about, when we observe the observer, and then even that observer is like we put them in the time frame and then make it smaller and smaller, and then we break it down, and then we lose even the observer. That is how we do the mindfulness of mind in terms of Madhyamika, Madhyamika's frame. Okay. And then at the end of the meditation, we applied that to every phenomenon, all phenomena. We are not just applying that to the outer phenomena or like just to the mind, but everything that exists, even the space, time, and infinite. So we applied to everything, and then we stopped thinking. Right, stop thinking, or like stop having any movement in our mind. So that is how we do the mindfulness of dharma in the context of Mahayana again. Okay, Mahayana, and especially the Madhyamika, because even like Chitta Madhyans are Mahayana, but they wouldn't meditate in that particular way. So now let us do some kind of like more focus on the meditation of feeling. So yeah, meditation of feeling can be like most of the time when we do meditation of the feeling, then we do whatever feeling you are having right now, that is okay. But you know, a meditation of the feeling has to start from what you feel, really. What do you feel, from the very gross understanding of how you feel, and then what you feel, and then where does it come from, and then what caused you to feel like that way, to be feeling like that way. Okay. So again, meditation of feeling is very like powerful method to cure and then to remedy our trauma, or the depressions, and especially it is very good in the beginning of like depression or trauma that we are feeling. Once we are already in that depression or like trauma, then it might be difficult for you to do that, but is again is doable. When you are in so much pain and suffering, it's doable. And sometimes what happens is anyway, so as I always mention this, meditation is prevention more than cure, really. It has to be done before you fall into something very strong emotion, so that you don't fall into that. Once you fall into that kind of emotion, then it will become really difficult for you to tackle that, because it takes quite a lot of time, and then it takes a lot of patience. That's why I think it's difficult to cure. But if you have that kind of like patience, and then I think it is good. Anyway, so so right now we will again like some yeah. Do you have anything to eat, like cookie or anything, like anything? I'm going to grab a chocolate. If you have anything to eat, please just grab
your food.
I don't have any food, but I just had my dinner. So you can. I mean, I'm not saying grab the all refrigerator. I'm just asking you to grab small thing that you can chew or place in your mouth. Just okay. Okay, I'm going to get, and then please you do also, please get something to eat. Okay, so I think this method is also used by Thich Nhat Hanh when I remember reading his a book called Old Path White Cloud, right? So in that book he also mentioned that when we eat something, then we have to be aware of, let's say if we are eating what I call orange, then we have to peel, right? We have to peel. When you peel, then it just gives us like smell, right? A smell in our nose, and then we have to like when we touch and peel, it gives also some kind of like sensation on our hand, the touching. So touching, smelling, and then when you smell it, and it produces saliva on our in our mouth, and then so that also, so it includes so many things. Like even when I look at my chocolate, I had already saliva in my mouth. If you were just in front of me, you would have like getting so much saliva from my mouth. So Okay, so please get something to eat and then place on your tongue and then just chew it. Just just not now. Okay, let me let me first set the alarm. So when we start the meditation, so you can touch whatever you have, and then you observe, all the feelings that you get from that. Okay, it can be taste, because of taste, touch, smell, and then I don't know, like just by seeing, look, I get a feeling, right? Just by seeing it, I get a feeling of that, feeling of excitement, that's why I get the saliva in my mouth, right? And not just notice, but try to really observe that feeling. Just like really, like you have to accept that feeling, and then you have to be in that feeling, as if you are that feeling. And then, so this is how we start the mindfulness of feeling. And then it's a very starting point. So if you want to become a Chandakirti's follower and then Chandarakshita's follower, then you don't just so basically, now when we talk about the feeling, definitely it is a mind, right? It has to be mind. Now you cannot say this is not a mind, it is something else, right? So that has to be a mind, and then look at that mind, and then how does it look like? Like where does it where does it dwell? Like where in your, like where, which part of your body, or which part of your brain, where, like and then if you do not find inside your body and outside, then don't try to find a place, because there's only two places: inside of your body and then outside of your body. No alternative places there, right? So you do not, if you do not find the place, that's good. If you find the place, then you again have to ask, how, and where exactly is that. Okay, so, and then if you do not find any place, then try to see how does it look like, the feeling that you are. So while you are chewing that the chocolate, let's say chocolate, then you try to see that feeling, the feeling of the taste that it gives you, and then the touch. Through the touch, you get a feeling of smoothness or hardness, or like salt, in terms of the flavor. It can be like sweet, salt, or whatever it is, like bitter, or it depends on whatever you are eating. And then try to see that really how does it looks like, and then and then if it has some kind of color, or taste, or let's say when we say it feels like sweet, then really, is it a sweet, right? Is it a sweet, right? If it is it is a sweet, then where does that sweet comes from? The feeling of sweet, the sweet, right? Usually the sweet is out there, isn't it? We say, oh, you are so sweet. So that's her or his personality. But when we say I'm eating a sweet, then you refer to the object rather than the mind, right? So now, so where do you find that the sweet, the taste of sweet, is it out there, or like is it just a mind? And then if it is a mind, then what type of mind it is. So just try to really like now you cannot just you really have to be like a be like police here, sheriff. So if you are chasing like if you are chasing someone who has just break the traffic rule, and then you are chasing after him, you really have to chase after him until you caught it, until you catch that. So likewise, until you really catch what it is, you have to really chase that feeling. Okay, and then if you lost that feeling, and if you have this confidence that you lost because there's no way to find and to find and prove that this feeling is there, only you find the nature of that feeling. Don't just assume and don't just take it for granted. It will not work. Don't just say that, oh, Buddha has said that, so it should be, it should be lost. No, it will not work. Definitely it will not work, because Buddha has said so many things, but it doesn't work for us when we are suffering, right? So Buddha has said all phenomena are emptiness. We have heard thousands of times. Does it help you when you are suffering? No, because we have not experienced that. So until you experience that, we have to really chase and then really try to chew it and then experience it. So in that way, we can apply to any type of feeling and suffering. Really, like, where does it come from? Why I'm feeling this, right? Why I'm feeling this? And then if you are feeling this, yes, I'm feeling this, I have to really, I should not, we all the time we try to like distract ourselves. What do you do when you are in pain, the mentally pain or mentally stressed? What do? Listen to the music or doing yoga, jogging, these things, right? And we feel like it helps. Yes, yeah, definitely it helps, but also we have to heal from both out and then in. So from the out, yeah, you can do yoga or listen to music or whatever you do. Definitely it helps you to relax your mind. But inside also we have to heal, right? We have to heal from inside and then outside both. So so this is how we cure and then remedy ourselves from inside, and then prevent to happen that kind of things in our in ourselves. And so this is from inside, and then outside, I think you guys know way much better than me what to do. But again, this is just a reminder for you. I know you guys are really like ripened student of many other different teachers, especially Sakya Chenling is those who are in Sakya Chenling member. You have like Jizun Kushola, right? So he's in Jizun Kushola. So who like under her guidance, you have, I think, so much knowledge, gain so much knowledge. So I really don't have to say all these things, but just to remind myself and remind to you guys. So let's do it with cookie. So I have chocolate. I don't know what do you have. So I'll set the timer. 2 minutes. Okay, so now yeah, just relax and then don't just stress. Don't take too big so that you have to swallow. Right. So just a small piece and then place on your tongue, and then just try to feel what you feel, and then accept that feeling, and then see where it is, and then how it is, and then just chest. You have to chest until you really like put that in the jail. Okay, so we will start in 1, 2, 3. Any insight that you get? So I think this just like just an example of how you accept and then how you look at the feeling, but the really application is when we are in really strong emotion. We are overwhelmed by the strong emotion, and even first of all, we don't really accept what we feel. We feel annoyed, then we would say, no, I'm not annoyed. We feel upset, but we don't like to say I'm upset, right? And then we get angry, then we say, no, I'm not angry, but I'm just explaining you. So this is our nature, right? We feel jealous and then do things, and then we don't want to tell. We don't want to be known, right? And then when we are happy, we like to be we like to share. To show, not share, more of show, right? So now it is Facebook. So when you feel angry, or when you feel like, I don't know, I haven't seen people, yeah, I saw, like, when you feel something negative, then you tell Facebook more than people. You express more on Facebook, and then Twitter, and then I don't know, like many social medias nowadays, right? So this is what we are. So it's so difficult to accept that what we are going through, and then what we are feeling, how we feel. We kind of know, but we don't want to know that. We don't want to know that, because it makes you feel very what do you call, bad, right? If you are told you are so angry person, you don't like, right? You don't want to be feel like you are someone who is getting angry very often. But that is reality of us. And then nowadays, yeah, maybe this is helpful or not, but the way we raise the kids, we are spoiling them, really. In a way, we are spoiling them. We're telling them, you are the most beautiful, you are the most gorgeous, you are the most loveliest in the world. And then we created this kind of notion in them, and then they started to believe. So this become the custom, then this become the truth, or the conventional truth for them, which they take as a ultimate truth. Then they cannot really what do you call, take it when someone says you are not. So that's the reality, isn't it? I'm not saying really like you shouldn't say these things at most of the time. I think your daughter, or like your kids or your grandkids, but we have to be careful. We shouldn't really like excessively tell them that, sometimes maybe we should say things like, you are not the gorgeous one. Sometimes to remind them. Okay, so yeah, that's why when we feel sad, depressed, and upset, angry, whatever, even happy, we have to recognize that and accept, especially the acceptance. It is important. It doesn't make any worse if you accept that you are in pain, that you are angry, you are jealous. If you cannot really accept that, then it will take more to be cured. It will take longer to deal with, cope with. right? So we have to accept first, and then why I'm feeling that. So maybe, okay, someone has done this to me, or, like, that's why I'm that way. And then really we have to say that, to tell ourselves that, why should I get hurt just because of he or she told me this? Or, why should I get hurt of just I am whatever I am. It does not change at all whatever the other people says, right? It doesn't like really change anything. We are just offended, and so this is how we react on that action, and this is how we respond to that. And then our response is angry, jealous, or upset. And then we pretend that we are not upset, not angry, not these things. So that make things more worse. So first thing, acceptance. And then don't try to escape, or don't try to just distract yourself from that feeling. Just try to observe it in you. It doesn't matter however it is strong or overwhelming. Once you really process that in your body and in your mind, you feel lighter. It is like, sometimes we say that if we have to share the emotion. When you share, then you feel more lighter. This is, I think, very Western, I would say, Western way of understanding, and then it works. In so like to a great extent. In Asian, we say, no, don't talk. Just keep it and then process. It also works. So maybe do it both. That will work better, I would maybe, right? So you tell and to people, and then you can say, I get so angry, I get so upset, right? If you are not telling the person who is you upset with, or but maybe you tell your friend, someone who you trust, that I get really upset of that. Then you also have to really accept, and then process that feeling in your mind and in your body, so that it do not stuck somewhere and then become a trauma in your brain or somewhere. So that's the very shallow meditation of the feeling. Very shallow one. So I sound like psychiatrist. Anyway, let's go to the text today. Okay. Just okay, so we'll not take long so from here now, Shantarakshita will talk about what's the benefit of understanding the relative truth properly, and then what's the benefits of understanding the ultimate reality, and then what is the the significance of understanding the unitary of the both truth. Okay, so these that we are going to discuss today. So the first one is, what's the benefit of understanding the ultimate reality? Chula dami kebani rangshin meba komjebe chinji loli choi nimu jimba mepara pongs. So the voice who knows in in phenomena, there's no self or not things in themselves, then they accustomized to this absence of intrinsic nature, and thus they effortlessly spurn defilement that arises from mistaken thought. So so basically it's emptiness is to deal with our mind, and especially the mind that always thinking about something, right? So in order to not think, and then we have to deal and cope with the object of thinking object that we think about. So then when once we are able to deal with that object, and then understand and realize that object is not there that we are thinking about, then we will stop thinking about that, right? So then we will stop attached to it and then clinging to it and longing to it. So in that way, slowly and gradually, our mind get settled, and then those discursive thought stop arising. So that is what it means by you effortlessly eliminate all defilement. So defilement, it refers to the thought and then mental image that it occurs in our mind, and then the seed of the cause and root cause of that root cause of those mental image and then the thought. So if we are able to deal with these three things, the object, mental image, and then thought, then I think all defilement is gone, and then we are Buddha. Okay, so so this is what happens if you understand the ultimate reality. Okay, and then the benefit of understanding the relative truth or conventional truth is judang jibu ngobuni kunzupuni madobe kuni nyumon namjangso number shapa tubamis. So if we are so much into like emptiness, and then all the time thinking about just about the emptiness, then there will be question that, so then why should I practice at all? If there's nothing, then why should I practice at all? So then in order to tackle with that kind of thought, then as long as you have something occurs in your mind, and then thinking or belief that something is there, and then you have to deal with it. If you are dreaming, and then in that dream you are chased by a bear, you have to run. You cannot say it's just a dream and then just let you eat at the dream, because you will feel something in the dream, right? So likewise, when as long as you have this thought, or even like as long as you have this hallucination, if you are having this hallucination, and then seeing these different things in front of you, you have to deal with that. As long as you have that hallucination, you have to deal with that hallucination, although it's not there, right? So likewise, as far as you have things in your mind, and then it's happening, and then it's occurring, then you have to deal with this until it stop working in that way. So that is why we have to understand the conventional reality or a conventional reality or relative truth. So when you are not, when you are not analyzing things, then it just happens in our mind. And then, but if you started to analyze, it just, it just vanished. It just you cannot find anything. So this is our state right now. So we have to deal with that. Okay. So, and Shandarakshita again saying that without understanding the conventional reality, it's difficult to even deal with like thinking about or meditate on the emptiness. So that's why both has to be understood. And then so at the end we have to mingle both of them. Okay. Didar judan jubu yu so the number sharpen sonam tima mebayang shundi nila ruwais. So only when we are able to understand that so the thing that I see is not the way it is, it is that I perceived. And then although it is not there, and it is although it's not there, but it it appears that it is there. So we have to understand both aspect, the aspect of the relative, and then aspect of the ultimate. So only then we can accumulate the Tsokni, so the two types of accumulation. Sonam Gitsoda, Ishigitso, the merit of accumulation and the merit of wisdom. So both the merit of accumulation and the merit of wisdom is the what do we call the unitary of the true truth. So let's say if I am offering let's say if I am doing a prostration or if I am meditating, then if I have this idea, oh, this is me, and then I'm meditating, then I am falling into the the eternalist, because I'm believing that there is me and meditation, right? And if I am falling, like if I'm thinking, no, there's no I, no meditation, nothing, then I am leaning towards the nihilism. So both are true extreme. But okay, so I am meditating, but the meditator, although it appears to be meditating, but it's not the way it appears, and it has no true nature in itself. But although it has no nature, it occurs, right? Like the magic, although the magic is not the whatever they show is not there, but it appears. The way it appears is not there, and then not being there also, although it's not there, but it appears, right? Likewise, we have to understand this whole scenario that happening during not just the when you are meditating or doing something, but if we have this kind of understanding all the time, then we are meditating all the time. Like right now, if you have this understanding that, oh, this guy with white hair glasses on his nose, speaking, but and I am listening to him very patiently. It appears like that way, but if you think carefully, you will not find the way I am, experiencing it. So if you have this true understanding at right now, you are accumulating the both merit of accumulation and merit of wisdom. And so that is what we have to have. So that's what really Buddha wants to think about and then understand about. That's it. And then but understanding and then experiencing is different, right? So like knowing it and then doing it is different. Right now we know, but we are not doing it. Right? So we have to start doing it and then experience it and then actualize it. So only when we actualize, then our Buddha's teaching has really served the purpose, right? Serve the purpose. Okay, so number thambi Julian in Dubun number thamba chung yanda lejung surimje yala la so namda shin tishin namda mayin but Dubun namda mayin chung lodatable chungwa lobar yim la soba shin. So although nothing is there in ontologically there, but in appearance things occur, and then things comes like there's a cause and condition, and then it has the consequences and it has the result of it. And when we talk about the cause and result, the cause and result has to have some kind of as we discussed yesterday, it has to have some similarity between them. Like you need to have at least the same genes. So if the cause, the gene and the gene of the cause is something good, then the result will be good, right? And then if there is something defect in the cause, then you will have the consequences according to that, right? So here basically Chandarakshita is saying, if you have good intention, understanding, then you will have good results. And if you have bad intention, and then if you have, I don't know, intention of intention of creating the war, then there will be consequences according to that, right? So this is so although it's not there, but it appears in that way, okay, and it works. Okay, so tsimen neba yebe na ngubu migba yeba ni migju la so sheba jin chinjil lo yongsu to tiji chungwa yi chirul chimba parul chimba druba gun dadan dagi loba la jungwa shin to top chung ngubu migba meba la jungwa drubu chimbo de jebe jule chungwa je sabi chungbo yongsu shins. So now here Chandarakshita talks about two types of merit, the merit of accumulation and then merit of wisdom. So merit of accumulation is when you have this kind of thing. Okay, this is me who is meditating, and then this is meditation that I'm going to meditate, I'm going to do, and then this is how I'm going to do. So if you have this kind of idea, notion, then that is sometimes called the poisoned, poisoned, poisoned merit. It's called poison merit because it is, it is in the form of conceptual. It is poisoned by conceptual thought, poisoned, because as soon as you have conceptualization, conception, or like the thinking mind, then you have no view. So as long as you have this clinging or so not really have to be that strong, but like if you think something, then you have lost the view. So Jesun Rinpoche Thapa Gyaltsen, one of the 5 founder of Sakya, Sakya Master Jesun Thapa Gyaltsen, he said in the 4th seal, I think, he said, so if you have attachment, so something Zimba is something like Zimba is not really when we say attachment. So I feel like, you know, it that attachment word has the term has this kind of strong feeling, but it doesn't have to be like that. When we say Zimba is like, you know, if you think about something, you already have that Zimba. No, but all thought, even the like light thought or like what the very subtle thought, it is all Zimba. So basically, if you have to have, if you want to have wisdom, then you have to not have that Zimba or thought, even the very soft one or a very subtle one. Okay, so that is why if you have this thinking mind, when you are doing something, it doesn't matter whatever, however virtuous that action is, or, you know, the motivation is, but still it is poisoned by thought, and it is not like mixed, or it is not embedded by the understanding of wisdom, embedded by the wisdom, basically. So that's why it's called the poisoned virtue, because the virtue is poisoned by thought. Okay, so that is why here Shantarakshita is saying we shouldn't think about something is there when you do something, although it seems, it appears to be there, but it is not there. You have to have this understanding. You have to have this understanding. And even when you think that, you also have to understand that the thinking mind is also not there. The observer itself is not there, right? So, and it is because that, you know, when you analyze, then you will not find them at all, in anywhere, in any form. So that is why, you know, things are not there. So when you have this, so you accept the appearance, and then you have the understanding of not there. So that is called the accumulation of merit of wisdom, the second type of accumulation. Okay, second type of merit, sorry. So merit of accumulation and then merit of wisdom, right? Two type of the merit. So the second type of the merit is merit of wisdom, which is sonam gitso, ishi gitso. So ishi gitso is the merit of wisdom. And then in order to have the merit of wisdom, we have to understand the union of two truths. We have to understand the union of two truths. Only then we have that we can accumulate that type of merit. Okay, so that is why we need to understand both the truths and then unity of the truths. Okay, so judan dibur churba sheba bashi khonade rangi tuba khaimba dini shebar neba means. So now Shandarakshita is really taking the stand of the Chitta Matrin stand here by saying that whatever you see, although in the very face value it seems like they are out there, and then in the face value you have to say that it is there out there. But as soon as you started to analyze a bit, then it just automatically you won't find anything at the outside, but you will you will understand and realize that it is just a mental projection, and it's just the the projection of your own mind, mental. So whatever it seems to be out there, it's just your mental projection. Like when projectors project on a wall or on a white thing, then everything is coming from that projector, right? Likewise, our mind is the projector of everything that we experience in our life. Okay, so that is the understanding and then stand of the Chitta Matrin, where Shandarakshita is still talking about the relative truth, right? Relative truth. So in the Shandarakshita's understanding, the relative truth has to be truth has two layers, without an analytical at all. So there is outer phenomena, but when you analyze a bit, then he doesn't accept the outer phenomena, but it just becomes it's just a mental thing. Okay, so now now that in this stanza number 92, he talks about the Madhyamika. Now he talks about Madhyamika. Simzamnan tenezu chilungume shebarcha sulditene telaya shindundame shebarcha. So when you understand that everything that you experience is just a projection of your mind, then you understand that there's no outer phenomena. So when you understand there's no outer phenomena, then you understand the emptiness of the outer phenomena. But when you look at the mind itself and then analyze it, then you will not find even that mind who is projecting out. So now you find the emptiness of the mind. So if there is no mind who is cognizing and like reflecting, then you cannot talk about anything at all. Like you cannot talk about, you cannot think about this, because there's no thinker and there's no reflection, something that is reflecting. So in that way, you have realized the emptiness of both dharma and then individual, right? Both. So that is called the emptiness of all phenomena, right? So that is the Madhyamikan's view, because in the Chitta Matrin's view, only outer phenomena is empty by itself. The mind is empty by the object and subject, but mind is there. Whereas in the Madhyamikan view, we say mind, it's when you analyze, you will not even find the mind or analyzer, right? Okay, so tsuni shingda xuan so rigbe subject jugcheba teda teachir chidun shin tikwa chimbu ni topos. So now he is kind of feeling proud of himself by by saying that this is like two different school. So I'm putting integrating two different schools understanding in the Madhyamikan's frame, like, so understanding of the Chittamatrin's way of understanding the relative truth, and then when it comes to the ultimate reality, he get to the Mahayana, sorry, just not Mahayana, like Madhyamika. When it comes to the express or like talking about the relative truth, then he take the stance of the Chittamatrin. So he's blending two tradition. Although Madhyamika has his own way of understanding and then talking about the relative truth, but Chandarakshita feel more comfortable accepting the Chittamatrin's way of understanding. Okay, so that's how he said, I'm blending these two traditions together when I talk about the relative truth and then ultimate truth, and this is perfectly fine, and then it will get you to the Buddhahood if you understand in that way. Okay, but he's not criticizing other the here to the Chandakirti and then even the Baba Viveka, because he also appreciate both what Baba Viveka has to say about the relative truth, and then what Chandakirti has to say about the relative truth. He also appreciate that, but still he he expressed this, that this is also appropriate. Okay. Chapter on so manyong padu me but nebi ju jigden chur churbeja shindu nyongwa mayimba yanda duzi thaba turi taba jujinji tishin shiba mantoba shinji longju mayin. So now Chandakirti is saying this kind of understanding only you gain and you actualize when you become the you can only actualize when you become the Buddha. Otherwise, although there's lots of like the Hindu gods and then different gods, but they have not understand this seemingly conflicting truths, the true truths, right? So blending truth, seemingly conflicting true truths, right? Okay. Teacher lobar temba YouTube chilwe lojinla teluk jeju namla nini rabdu jes. So now Chandarakshita is saying those who do not understand and then try to prove something as a truly existence, I feel so compassion and then pity to them, because they don't understand, and then they are really they want to be happy, but they are into the cause of suffering. So that's why I feel empty. I feel sympathy, and then I feel compassion towards those beings or those philosopher or whoever it is, right? And lonor dembe lukshin la chidar ningbo metone teda chobala kubashin do. So basically Chandarachita is saying, when I read the others doctrine and then philosophy and those things, then the more I read others texts, the more devotion the more devotion increase, his devotion increase towards the Buddha, because he feel that he feel more gratitude toward gratitude, and then feel grateful towards the Buddha, because he met this guy who has really understand what it is. And then there are so many others who can distract him, but he is not distracted. So in that way, he feels so grateful, and then he feel more devotion towards the Buddha, devoted toward the Buddha's teaching, and then feeling more compassion towards the other sects or Hindu or whatever it is, whoever it is. So that's complete the whole text, and then this is just the who wrote the text and then who translated it. Okay. And the Bengag want to shabji bimo nyobome besu do jiwlembe zebo zoso jagarshimbo Surinder Pada Tang Chujin Lozo Bende Iji Shudetin La Papos. So the author is Shandarakshita, and then a translator, the main translator is Surinder Bodhi, one of the Indian translator, and then the what do you call the editor is Bende Ishipalzak. So these are the translator. Okay, so thank you everyone for being very patient, and thank you Sakyat Sessionling to give me this opportunity to discuss and present this beautiful text by Shandarakshita. And yeah, so I really appreciate the patience that you've shown, because it's difficult to discuss this kind of intense text online, especially. And then even when it's difficult when you are tired, right? When you are tired in the evening, it's difficult. I understand, but you show so much enthusiasm, and then you also show so much like engaging. That's what make me like go forward and then keep me teaching until now. So I'm so grateful. And I have to confess that there must be so many mistakes that I have done in in terms of when I like tried when I try to interpret things, although I base my understanding on the text, the commentary of Mipham Rinpoche, and then the root text, but I have my glass where it's difficult to really like take out and then see what it is, right? So my glass always not very clear. Sometimes it is blurred, sometimes it is foggy. So there is very much so many possibility that it is foggy, and then couldn't see clearly and then make judgment. So in that way, if I make it was the mistake was basically not intentional, so maybe it is like lighter, but still it can misleading you guys. I'm sorry, you guys, and then I'm sorry to Shandarakshita. I'm sorry to Mipham Rinpoche. I'm sorry whoever the other beings who listening to us, listening to me, if I misguided you. And then yeah, there must be like some good deeds, because you have this good intention of studying and then practicing, and I also have a little bit of good intention, preserving the Shandarakshita's tradition. I'm very much into preserving his tradition, because now his tradition is not, although we say we value them, but it's not really valued so much that it should be valued. Yeah, you know, I appreciate Chandrakirti and Chandrakirti, but we should not really just put aside Chandrakirti and Bhavavika's tradition, because I really feel that now it is being ignored. So that's why, you know, this is my second time that you know, I taught this. You know, I taught this course on this particular text, and this is just because I'm very I'm the fan of Chandrakshita. And that's why I chose this particular text, and it's so beautiful. I mean, now you know, right? You know now how precise and how clear the text is compared to Chandrakirti, right? Very precise, I would say. So let's dedicate all the merits that we have accumulated during this class, and then because of this class we will accumulate more merit in the future, and then we have done something in the past, that's why we are here together. Although, you know, we have no idea of you guys, I have no idea of you guys, and then you have no idea of me, coming from very rural area of Nepal, in the mountain, like born in a jungle without having nurse and anything. Who have thought that, you know, we would come together and then discuss on this particular text? But still, you know, it happened, and it has some causes and condition. So all those causes and condition, good causes and conditions, and including all the 3 times merit, let's dedicate for all sentient beings happiness, and then our liberation, and compassion in the Putin's mind, heart, and then, you know, let's just pray for stop this war, and then the climate crisis, and yeah, many more. So, and also let's pray for reduce the gas price in America. Okay, so I have a request Anthony for like reciting the text, the prayer, because my, you know, my reading is not so good, so I requested Anthony to lead that chanting. So can you please make co-host Anthony? Anthony, make co-host. Are you there, Anthony? I cannot see. Okay, yes. You are here. Okay.
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah. Can you make it slightly bigger?
Oh, I did full screen to that. No.
Okay, then that's okay then. Okay.
Does that work, or is that too small for people?
Yeah, I think I can see that, but it's okay. I think those who have the smaller screen, I was thinking.
Oh, maybe. Oh.
Can you just zoom like that way?
Okay. Maybe
Okay, that way. Yes.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
I bow down to the youthful Arya Manjushri. You lions among humans, gone to freedom in the present, past, and future, in the worlds of the 10 directions, to all of you with body, speech, and sincere mind, I bow down. With the energy of aspiration for the Bodhisattva way, and with a sense of deep respect and with as many bodies as atoms of the world, to all of you Buddhas visualized as real, I bow down. On every atom are Buddhas numberless as atoms, each amidst a host of bodhisattvas, and I am confident the sphere of all phenomena is entirely filled with Buddhas in this way. With infinite oceans of praise for you and oceans of sound from the aspects of my voice, I sing the breathtaking excellence of Buddhas and celebrate all of you gone to bliss. Beautiful flowers and regal garlands, sweet music, scented oils and parasols, sparkling lights and sublime incense, I offer to you, victorious ones. Fine dress and fragrant perfumes, sandalwood powder, heaped high as Mount Meru, all wondrous offerings in a spectacular array, I offer to you, victorious ones. With transcendent offerings peerless and vast, with profound admiration for all the Buddhas, with strength of conviction in the Bodhisattva way, I offer and bow down to all victorious ones. Every harmful action I have done with my body, speech, and mind, overwhelmed by attachment, anger, and confusion, all these I openly lay bare before you. I lift up my heart and rejoice in all positive potential of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the 10 directions of solitary realizers, here is still training, and those beyond, and of all ordinary beings. You who are the bright lights of the worlds in the 10 directions, who have attained a Buddha's omniscient through the stages of awakening, all of you who are my guides, please turn the supreme wheel of Dharma. With palms together, I earnestly request you who may actualize parinirvana, please stay with us for eons numberless as atoms of the world, for the happiness and well-being of all wanderers in samsara. Whatever slight positive potential I may have created by paying homage, offering, and acknowledging my faults, rejoicing and requesting that the Buddhas stay and teach, I now dedicate all this for full awakening. May you Buddhas now living in the worlds of the 10 directions and all you gone to freedom in the past accept my offerings. May those not yet arisen quickly perfect their minds, awakening as fully enlightened ones. May all worlds in the 10 directions be entirely pure and vast. May they be filled with bodhisattvas surrounding Buddhas gathered beneath the Bodhi tree. May as many beings as exist in the 10 directions be always well and happy. May all samsaric beings live in accord with the Dharma, and may their every Dharma wish be fulfilled. Remembering my past lives in all varieties of existence, may I practice the Bodhisattva way, and thus in each cycle of death, migration, and birth, may I always abandon the householder's life. Then, following in the footsteps of all the Buddhas and perfecting the practice of a Bodhisattva, may I always act without error or compromise, with ethical discipline, faultless and pure. May I teach the Dharma in the language of gods, in every language of spirits and nagas, of humans and of demons, and in the voice of every form of being. May I be gentle-minded, cultivating the 6 paramitas, and never forget bodhicitta. May I completely cleanse without omission every negativity and all that obscures this awakening mind. May I traverse all my lives in the world free of karma, afflictions, and interfering forces, just as the lotus blossom is undisturbed by the water's wave, just as the sun and moon move unhindered through the sky. May I ease the suffering in the lower realms and in the many directions and dimensions of the universe. May I guide all wanderers in samsara to the pure bliss of awakening and be of worldly benefit to them as well. May I practice constantly for eons to come, perfecting the activities of awakening, acting in harmony with the various dispositions of beings, showing the ways of a bodhisattva. May I always have the friendship of those whose path is like mine, and with body, words, and also mind. And may we practice together the same aspirations and activities. May I always meet a spiritual mentor and never displease that excellent friend who deeply wishes to help me and expertly teaches the Bodhisattva way. May I always directly see the Buddhas, masters encircled by Bodhisattvas, and without pause or discouragement for eons to come, may I make extensive offerings to them. May I hold within me the Buddha's genuine Dharma, illuminate everywhere the teachings that awaken, embody the realizations of a Bodhisattva, and practice ardently in all future eons. While circling through all states of existence, may I become an endless treasure of good qualities, skillful means, wisdom, samadhi, and liberating stabilizations, gathering limitless pristine wisdom and positive potential. On one atom, I shall see Buddha fields numberless as atoms, inconceivable Buddhas among Bodhisattvas in every field, practicing the activities of awakening. Perceiving this in all directions, I dive into an ocean of Buddha fields, each an ocean of the 3 times Buddhas in the space of a wisp of hair. So I too will practice for an ocean of eons. Thus, I am continually immersed in the speech of the Buddhas, expression that reveals an ocean of qualities in one word, that the completely pure eloquence of all the Buddhas, communication suited to the varied tendencies of beings. With strength of understanding, I plunge into the infinite enlightened speech of the Dharma, of all Buddhas in the 3 times gone to freedom, who continually turn the wheel of Dharma methods. I shall experience in one moment such vast activities of all future eons, and I will enter into all eons of the 3 times in but a fraction of a second. In one instant, I shall see all those awakened beings, past, present, and future lines among humans, and with the power of the illusion-like stabilization, I will constantly engage in their inconceivable activity. I shall manifest upon one single atom the array of pure lands, present, past, and future. Likewise, I shall enter the array of pure Buddha fields in every direction without exception. I shall enter the very presence of all my guides, those lights of this world who are yet to appear, those sequentially turning the wheels of complete awakening, those who reveal final nirvana, final perfect peace. May I achieve the power of swift magical emanation, the power to lead to the great vehicle through every approach, the power of always beneficial activity, the power of love pervading all rounds, the power of all surpassing positive potential, the power of supreme knowledge, unobstructed by discrimination, and through the powers of wisdom, skillful means, and samadhi, may I achieve the perfect power of awakening. Purifying the power of all contaminated actions, crushing the power of disturbing emotions at their root, diffusing the power of interfering forces, I shall perfect the power of the Bodhisattva practice. May I purify an ocean of worlds, may I free an ocean of beings, may I clearly see an ocean of Dharma, may I realize an ocean of pristine wisdom. May I purify an ocean of activities, may I fulfill an ocean of aspirations, may I make offerings to an ocean of Buddhas, may I practice without discouragement for an ocean of eons. To awaken fully through this Bodhisattva way, I shall fulfill without exception all the diverse aspirations of the awakening practice of all Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times everywhere. In order to practice exactly as the wise one called Samantabhadra, all-embracing good, the elder brother of the sons and daughters of the Buddhas, I completely dedicate all this goodness. Likewise, may I dedicate, just as the skillful Samantabhadra, with pure body, speech, and mind, pure actions, and pure Buddha fields. I shall give rise to the aspirations of Manjushri for this Bodhisattva practice of all-embracing good, to perfect these practices without discouragement or pause in all future eons. May my pure activities be endless, my good qualities boundless, and through abiding in immeasurable activity, may I actualize infinite emanations. Limitless is the end of space. Likewise, limitless are living beings. Thus, limitless are karma and afflictions. May my aspirations reach be limitless as well. One may offer to the Buddhas all wealth and adornments of infinite worlds in the 10 directions, and one may offer during eons numberless as atoms of the world, even the greatest happiness of gods and humans. But whoever hears this extraordinary aspiration and longing for highest awakening gives rise to faith just once, creates far more precious positive potential. Those who make this heartfelt aspiration for the Bodhisattva way will be free of all lower rebirths, free of harmful companions, and will quickly see Amitabha, infinite light. And even in this very human life, they will be nourished by happiness and have all conducive circumstances. Without waiting long, they will become like Samantabhadra himself. Those who give voice to this extraordinary aspiration will quickly and completely purify the 5 boundless harmful actions created under the power of ignorance. Blessed with supreme knowledge, excellent body, family, attributes, and appearance, they will be invincible to vast interfering forces and misleading teachers, and all the 3 worlds will make offerings. Going quickly to the noble Bodhi tree and sitting there to benefit sentient beings, subduing all interfering forces, they will fully awaken and turn the great wheel of Dharma. Have no doubt that complete awakening is the fully ripened result, comprehended only by a Buddha, of holding in mind by teaching, reading, or reciting this aspiration of the Bodhisattva practice. In order to train just like the hero Manjushri, who knows reality as it is, and just like Samantabhadra as well, I completely dedicate all this goodness just as they did. With that dedication, which is praised as greatest by all the Buddhas gone to freedom in the 3 times, I too dedicate all my roots of goodness for the attainments of the Bodhisattva practice. When the moment of my death arrives, by eliminating all obscurations and directly perceiving Amitabha, may I go immediately to Skokavati, the pure land of great joy. Having gone to Skokavati, may I actualize the meaning of these aspirations, fulfilling them all without exception for the benefit of beings for as long as this world endures. Born from an extremely beautiful, superlative lotus in this joyful land, the Buddha's magnificent mandala, may I receive a prediction of my awakening directly from the Buddha Amitabha. Having received a prediction there, may I create vast benefit for beings throughout the 10 directions with 1 billion emanations by the power of wisdom. Through even the small virtue I have accumulated by offering this prayer of the Bodhisattva practice, may all the positive aspirations of beings be fulfilled in an instant. Through creating limitless positive potential by dedicating this prayer of Samantabhadra's deeds, may all beings drowning in this torrent of suffering enter the presence of Amitabha. Through this king of aspirations, which is the greatest of the sublime, helping infinite wanderers in samsara, through the accomplishment of this scripture dazzling with Samantabhadra's presence, may suffering realms be utterly emptied of all beings.
Thank you so much, Anthony. So yeah, that's complete of our course.
Yeah, and Genla, I wanted to thank you on behalf of both Sakya Techen and also myself. Just thank you for the generosity of these teachings and sharing them with us. And it was really apparent the depth of insight that you bring to these, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. It was in our time zone in Vancouver, it was a wonderful way to spend a Saturday evening and a Sunday evening. So thank you so much for them. And please, please, please do come and offer more teachings again. It would be wonderful to have more teachings from you.
Yes,
so
please.
Thank you so much.
Yes, please.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, let's see, how time, since I'm studying here, the time is very limited. And so for those who are, who are interested, future, yeah, I'm in April, at the end of the April, we are doing another course on the text called the ornament of the sutra, and this is based on the Chittamatharin's understanding, Chittamatharin's understanding. So we are going to go through that text, and then that's going to take quite a long, and it is the long one. Okay. But like, if you were interested, you are welcome. And then the notification will be sent. So basically, it is, I'm supposed to teach in the Seattle guys, in the Abhigata Rinpoche's center. So that's the planning right now, and let's see. I mean, even if we can make something happen in Sakya Session afterward, maybe that would be better, I think. Okay.
That would be wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Thank you for coming to our center.
Yeah. Thank you
Come
for
back.
inviting me. Okay, then everyone, have a very good night, and then be safe and take care, and liberate yourself from the samsara.
You too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Genla.
Thank you, Genla.
Genla.
Thank you very much.
Australia.